Namaste. Let's start today's practice with the Om. As we chant the Om, imagine the sound reaching all of creation. Inhale. Moving now into child's pose, extending the fingers forward, lengthen the spine, creating some traction along the back. Moving the hands now to the left, pull the hips to the right. And switching sides. Coming through center, let's find our Sphinx. Elbows 90 degrees. Toes extended, chin level. We'll go chin to the chest, right ear, right shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. Take a few circles to the right. A few circles to the left. And then chin to chest, hang heavy, extending the back of the neck, lengthening the neck. Hands coming down, let's find our down dog. You can take some free movement here, bending the knees, pushing the hands down and getting the hips higher, lengthening the spine. Slowly walk forward into your forward fold. You may step on the palms here, toes touching wrists, bending the elbows. Or if you want to just take a more relaxed version, catching elbows, letting the arms hang. This is all fine, but what we want is chest to the thighs. So you may bend your knees. And release, rolling the spine up. Lift the chest, back bend. Hands to prayer. Surya Namaskar, 2 rounds of sun salutations. Reach up. Reach down. Right leg goes back. The knee will go to the floor and lift the chin. You can keep your eyes closed for this. Step to plank, knees, chest, chin. Lifting for cobra. Down dog. Right foot steps forward. Be careful to get the toes in front of the fingers. Lift the chin. Step forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Reach up and back, elbows straight. Hands to prayer at the heart. Reach up. Reach down. Left leg moves this time. Knee down, chest up, look up, chin up. Step to plank. Knees, chest, chin. Lift for cobra. Down dog. Left foot steps. Toes in front of fingers, looking up. Right foot steps. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Reach up and back. Hands to prayer at the heart. 2 more. Up. And down. Right leg. Left leg. Bow down. Cobra. Down dog. Right leg forward. Left leg forward. Forward fold. Reach up. Hands to prayer at the heart. Last one. Going up. Going down. Left leg. Right leg. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Down dog. Left leg forward. Right leg forward. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Reach up. And hands to prayer at the heart. Let's loosen up the joints a little bit. We'll interlace fingers and circle the wrists. Other way. And shake a little bit side to side. Up and down. And then we'll throw our arms a little bit, tapping the shoulder and tapping the back, liver and kidneys, waking up the internal organs. Good. Back to center. And let's do the entire spine. So we'll bend the knees and hang there like a rag doll. Come up and back. Bend the knees. Come up and back. Try to get into the upper back. Good. Pause there and go the other way. And back to center. We'll take a Kali Mudra, that's forefinger extended, and stretch up here. You may take some pulses if it feels good for you. Work the upper back. And forward fold. Interlace fingers behind your back if it's okay for your shoulders. Bend the knees a little bit and relax forward. If this bothers your arms, you can just bring your arms to the floor like we did in the beginning. Now hands will come to the floor. We'll bend the right knee and lift the left arm up. Be careful to get wrist, shoulder, one line, open from the shoulder. Do not pull your hand behind your shoulder. Switch sides. Coming down, plank. Chaturanga, so lowering down. Up dog. Down dog. Push away from the floor. Step the left foot forward and we'll come into our first lunge. The front toe will be a little bit inside. I'll send the energy forward with the hips and backward with the chest. You can put your hands on your knee here. You can put your hands on your hip. Open the arms here. Lots of stuff you can do with the arms. But hips forward, chest backward.
Chin up. Now we'll come into this half split, so curling the back toes and straighten the front leg. Try to send the center of your chest over the center of the leg. It can look like this. The toes can be down, the toes can be up. Or if you're a little more flexible, start to work your elbows to the floor. Extend that left leg back up in the air, Virgrasana, tiger tail, toe pointed, leg straight, knee straight, and we'll swing it a few times. Keep some pressure in the heel of your hand. Good, up at the top, we'll take a big step outside of our hand. The right fingers will go out to the right. I'll lean that way, and then you see my toes, and I'm going to open this knee. I'm going to expand across the chest. You can relax the neck back too. If you are a little bit more flexible here, I keep pushing, I keep sending this right hip to the floor. I may lift my left arm up and catch my back foot. But I'm still in a lunge. I'm still pushing my right hip forward. So I am not on my kneecap. This is optional. You can stay the way you were before. It doesn't matter how much you do in a pose. Externally, it matters how quiet you can become internally and how long you can stay there. It's not about coming in and out of a pose, it's about staying there, learning something about it. What does it have to teach you? So we'll bring our hands down, and now we will flip this left leg up, over, and then I'm going to reach. Arm close to my head. I keep pushing my right hip up. Then I'll come back around, Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin if you prefer. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Other side, right foot steps, lunge. Send the energy forward. Whatever you like with the arms, you can clasp them here. You're a little more open now. Or whatever you did before. But whatever's happening in the arms, hips are still forward, chest still backward, chin up. This is about the left, the hip flexor. Stretching there, send the hips forward. And release. We'll curl the toes, come back into that half split. Center of chest, center of thigh. Elbows up or down, toes up or down. So we all have different bodies. It depends what makes you more comfortable. We are expanding our limitations in the poses, but we don't push through the pain. We find a way to move through it comfortably. This takes practice. Let's extend that leg up in the air, right leg up in the air, point the toe, leg straight, glute engaged, and up and down. Good, staying at the top. Big step outside of the hand. We'll turn the left fingers out and open here like we did before. Push against the inner thigh. Make sure you're not pushing on the knee joint. You're above the knee joint on the inner thigh. And this is enough. This feels amazing. If you want to go more, you're going to reach the right arm up, catch the leg, the foot. You see how I'm catching it? And I'm still letting my hip go to the floor, so I am not on my kneecap. Now, we'll go hands to the floor. This right leg will come up. You see the left leg, how it swivels and over. Then I reach, arm close to my head, reaching for the floor. Pushing through the heel of my hand. Back around. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Left foot steps forward. We're in another lunge. The right hand will go to the hip, hamstring, or the calf. I lean to my left. Left arm up and I lean to the left. Chin back. Coming forward. Let's use the strength in our hip to lift the leg up and set it down. We really want this to be straight. If that hurts your ankle or knee, you can bend the leg more, but we want to keep it as straight as possible. Hold the foot down. If you're a beginner, you can make a pillow here, okay? Otherwise, we're going to extend and go down. At the same time, you're still letting your right hip move to the floor, the straight leg. Coming in a bit. Again, let's lift that left leg up in the air. Point the toe, open the hip, bend the knee. You can stay here. This is fine. If you want to flip it again, bring the foot and reach. Back around. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Other side, right foot steps. And we're in that lunge again. Hand to hip, hamstring, calf. Some of you will reach the heel. Right arm up and back. Keep lunging forward, reaching to the right. Coming forward, using the strength in your hip to lift the foot and set it down. As straight as it can be. Sometimes I even hold the foot there. And we go down. Pillow or full extension. Keep pushing the left hip to the floor. Coming in. We'll bring that right leg up. Open the dog, the three-leg dog. Bend the knee. If you like to flip it, you flip it. Bend the knee. Push the hip up and reach. Back around, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Lifting for cobra. Down dog. Bring the knees down. Let's take a puppy pose just because it's so nice. Arms extend, chin down if you can. If you cannot put your chin down, you may put your forehead, trying to open the space in between the shoulder blades. Come through Sphinx. Press the palms down, Cobra. And come back to sit on your heels. I will demonstrate the next one for you, Vashisthasana. So whenever your hand is on the floor, whether it's Vashisthasana, crow pose, handstand, whatever it is, this finger will be up, the other ones will be out. So get this in the line. Pay attention to the index finger. The other ones are out. Okay? So here's how it goes. We come from plank. I'm going to show you different variations. Left hand will move to the center. You can come here. This is the traditional. Or we bend that top knee. The bottom leg, in this case it's the left, is 45 degrees. Toes to the center. Look at the relationship between hip and shoulder. I push that up. You see how the shoulder is not in a line anymore with my wrist? That's what I want. And it's all about this hip. This controls the show. My chin is relaxed. My head is back. If you can, you start to lift this leg. If you can, you catch it inside, toes pointed, open outside. Catch inside and push the leg that way. But keep some tension in the leg. Push up through the heel of your hand. Come back around and switch. Right hand to center, any variation, push the hip up. Neck is relaxed, catch the knee, go back. Come back around, Chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin. Lift for Cobra, down dog. Let's come in again, knees down, puppy pose. Everyone gets a little deeper. Coming through Sphinx, into Cobra. Down dog. And sit on your heels. Let me show you one more variation of the Vashisthasana. If you're tired, you can always come to this one. The knee on the floor, toes curled, and open here. Remember, it's not how fancy you look. It's about how long you can stay. Can you disappear into the pose? Okay, so if you're a little more flexible, instead of lifting the knee, this time we'll come around. Same idea. Come around. And I can bend this knee just for a moment to catch my big toe. Then everything opens up. Head relax. Push through the foot. And switch. And back around. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Lift for Cobra. Down dog. Walking the hands to the feet, and we'll step on our palms. This will feel really nice on the wrists after that. So remember, you can bend your knees as much as you need to accomplish this. Elbows bend, neck relax. And release that, roll the spine up, open the arms, lift the chest. Round in, arms to the sky. Round in. Open for the hug. Lift the chest. Round in. Hands to the sky. Round in. Open wide. Round in to the sky. And hands to prayer at the heart. Let's do some basic standing balances now. Start with a tree pose, beautiful pose. These are about meditation. It's hard to balance on one limb. So we'll bring the right leg up. As much as you can, pull it up into the pelvis. If that hurts you or not accessible, you bring it below the knee, above or below the knee. Pull the leg all the way up. Hands will go to prayer. Lean a little bit towards the bent knee. Engage the inner thigh. Look at the tip of your nose. Concentration. And releasing that. Switch sides. Pulling the leg up. Lift it up. Press it in. Remember, do your modification as needed. Shoulders back, chest up. Hands to prayer, engaging the inner thigh muscle. And look at the tip of your nose. And release. We'll try what we call a ballet pose. I'm going to catch my heel and send my hips forward. Okay, so some of you don't have the flexibility yet, that's fine. Just find it here. The foot can be flexed. If you have more availability, you can extend. Lean the hips forward, lift the chest. Good. Bend the knee, come in the same way you came, come out the same way you came in. Same side, other side, sorry. Hips forward, you see how the hands are together? This can be it for you. Find the balance here. You don't have to be flexible in the hamstring to do this pose. If you are, you can open up some more. Lift the chest, some of you even more than this. Lean towards the toes. Whoops. Beautiful. Release. Let's come to our seated pose now. Wide legs. And we're just going to pulse a little bit. We're just going to pulse a little bit. And then we're going to circle a little bit. Other way. Now before we come into it, let's try this 3 times with the chest lifted, always the chest lifted, arms up, and I reach forward. Some of you, this is it, okay? If you're able to do a little more, you're going to lift up, pull the belly in, reach forward some more. Come up. Reach forward some more. Come up. One more. Up and forward. Forward, don't touch the floor. And up. Now we'll come into it. Arms up, some of you, so here is where I like to talk about Netflix. This is Netflix season 1, beautiful season. Season 2, where the plot really comes together. Or season 3, open here and chest to the floor. They're all beautiful. Usually I like to stay right there, season 2. So from here we'll take a nice lazy turn to the right. Both arms can extend. This is 1, here's 2. Maybe the elbow goes down, you go a little deeper. Or a little deeper still. Doesn't matter where you are. Just find that expression that is yours. What we want is expansion across the chest, whether it's here, whether it's here. You may even bend this knee a little bit. You see that? Lazy turn across center, other side. Both arms, or as you did. Just think chest to the sky, chest to the sky. Back to center, coming up, help your knees, and just move. Let this movement come from the hip, not from the knees. Side to side. And then we'll turn to our right, both knees to the right, simple twist to the right. Turn the knees to the left. Simple twist to the left. Back to center. Shake it out a little bit. So now we'll take an inverted pose. We'll take our headstand. I'm going to break this down for you. The elbows will be in, the fingers will be interlaced, and the weight will be here, right behind your hairline, right behind your hairline. Never to the back of the head, right around here. So even if you don't lift your legs, it's still considered a headstand. Interlace fingers, head on the floor. Send the body in, send the body in, send the body in. You see how close my thighs get to my chest? And then just one leg up. This is good enough. Get used to weight on your head. Switch legs. Those who can, you're going to come all the way up. Either legs super straight, together, bent, so give that one a try. Remember, you don't even have to lift one leg off the floor. I mean, you can only lift one leg off the floor. Okay, that's enough. Don't be shy to use the weight. So we'll try one more headstand now. Tripod headstand. This is a little more easy to get into, but may be a little bit more pressure on your head. So we're creating a triangle. The hands will go down, the head will go way over here, creating this triangle. When I put my head down, I should see my fingers. Some people put their hands too far up here and they don't see their fingers. So try to bring them back here. Okay, I can see my fingers. Now I come up here. 1 and 2. You see how my knees are directly on top of my arms, not to the side? Directly on top. That's how it is. That's it. If you have more balance, you can lift up. And when you're done, take a child's pose. We'll come now to lie on our back, a little short Shavasana, just to release all of the action we already did. Just 3 breaths here. And whatever energy you've used, imagine pulling it back into the body now. We're going to move into shoulder stand from the plow position. So if you don't understand it, you can watch first. I'm going to bring my legs back into plow. Find my hands on my mid-back. And then lift the legs. 1, 2. This is a more tender inversion. That's why it's called the mother. The mother of the poses. So if the stomach is engaged, the shoulders are pressing into the floor, the glutes are engaged, you may put your palms down. You may put your hands on your thighs. Most importantly, the eyes are closed and your focal point is between the eyebrows. Shoulders pressed, no pressure on the neck. Moving now back into plow. Hips over shoulders. And into fish. Elbows in, palms down, rolling, rolling, rolling. Get the elbows under the back. Get the elbows tight. Bend the elbows, lift the chest, top of the head to the floor. The fish pose. Then press into the forearms, lift the head, and relax. Arms up, inhale, exhale, sitting up. Let's take our forward fold now, Paschimottanasana. The legs will be straight, the belly will pull in like we did earlier in the other forward fold. Arms up, and I reach, and I reach, 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 go into it. So you see how chest, thighs must be together? You may bend your knees. Eventually you'll go here. Keep pushing the chest forward. This is not a passive pose. We are active. It doesn't end until your head is at your feet. Reach forward, come up, hands to prayer. I'm going to come back with my right leg, interlace fingers, and pull the leg towards you. Use your strength to sit up. You may tap the floor if you need it. And switch legs. coming up. So we're going to work a little bit on our split now. If this is something that's really not attractive to you, you can do one more round of what we just did, ankle grasps. Otherwise, you're going to lean to one side, so let's say the right side, bring the other leg back. The toes can be curled, you see that? This knee can be super bent. You can have 2 blocks for your hands or 2 books. And think about butt to the floor, butt to the floor. As you work on it little by little, it goes here. Not easy, over time, and it's not always comfortable, but finding some peace, some patience there in the crossfire. That's the real yoga. Can you be comfortable even though things are uncomfortable? And then we'll lean to that extended leg. Switch. If you're lying on your back, you're going to switch your legs. And then I lean to that side and I send this leg back. One side is always going to be more particular, let's say. So I curl those back toes. I want to pay attention to the heel and hip alignment, one line. This knee can be bent. This is my particular side. And little by little, butt to the floor. Don't stress out your knee. If you have some space here, you must bend your knee. Okay? Bend the knee. Don't stress the knee. And just be patient with yourself. Don't rush out of these poses, these uncomfortable poses. It's only the mind that wants to give up. The body does not want to give up. We'll bring this leg back, and here we are, back in the Sphinx. Our old friend. Very lightly, I don't want you to come full-fledged. Very lightly, press the hands, lift the elbows a little bit. Chest up. And go down.
Move the hips, getting ready for cobra circles.
The hands will be outside of the mat. I push up to the right. Feet can be apart. Come across, push up to the left. Come across, push up to the right. Come across, push up to the left. And across, up to the right. And across, up to the left. Circles to the right. Get your neck involved. Nature moves in circles. So should we. Pause. Other way. Release. Hips can move. Let's take a cobra pose. Arms extended, feet together. Bring the hands in a little bit, and you lift with the strength of your back. Baby cobra. You want to go more? You bring the arms in some more. Lift the chest some more. Hips can move. Let's try a Asana, a bow pose while we're here. I'll extend one arm, bend this leg, catch the ankle. Some of you may only do half. But if you can catch both legs, catch both legs. Kick and lift the chest. If you're only doing half, switch sides. Otherwise, stay here. And release. Pushing back. Catch your knees and round your back. This is enough. You don't need child's pose. This is good here. Coming up, we'll come into our camel now. Send the hips forward. Reach. You may only be on your hips. That's enough. Or we go here. 1, 2. Push the hips forward, lean back. One hand up at a time, and come back to that rounded back. Coming up again, let's take another camel. Send the hips, can stay on the hips, or we reach. 1, 2. Fall forward, fall forward. And one hand up at a time. Come back, catch the knees and round the back. If you want a child's pose now, go ahead. Let's move into the Urdhva Dhanurasana. Turning around. Here's going to be our little sequence, and you can stop anywhere that you like. I'm going to start by grabbing my ankles and lifting my hips. The next step will be going here, hands by the ears. Top of the head down, I bring my hands here once again, and I push forward. And then I go hands here, 1, 2, and push up. Okay, so let's do that again together. From here, we're going to catch ankles. Can't reach your ankles, just put your hands down or interlace your fingers. Grabbing here and pushing up. Chin to chest once again. Then hands by the ears if you like. Top of the head. Reach the hands again and lean towards your nose. Hands by the ears, push up and through. You can move a little in the legs. And release. Hug the knees if you like, or you can just make a pyramid here, feet wide, knees together. It's a nice way to relieve the back. Let's move through one more Urdhva. This time with the option to straighten your legs. If you don't want to do that, you take any variation you like. Remember the hands are turned a little bit outside. As I inhale, I push up. Straighten the legs here. You can watch for now. Straighten the legs here and push through my feet. The feet are apart right now. If I want to get a little more intense, I bring them together and push through the heels. If I want to get a little more hanging out, just cross the ankles. This is pretty nice. This feels nice. I like it. So give that one a try. From position. Hands by your ears. Inhale and pushing up. Push the chest back. Push the chest back and straighten the legs. Find the relationship there. That's enough. If you want to go legs together, good. You want to cross an ankle, why not? And coming down. Again, hug the knees, happy baby if you wish, or just come into this nice pyramid rest. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, sitting up. So we'll take an inversion now, an inverted back bend. If this is something you don't want to work on, I will show you some preparation. If it's something you don't want to work on, take any other back bend, another camel, another urdhva. If you know any other back bends, you may take them as well. But this is the same effect. We're getting our back bend in, but we're also adding the challenge of doing it upside down. And if you're not used to going upside down, your intelligence also goes down. So it takes some practice to remember where you are in space when you're upside down. Here's the basic setup. Elbows in, fingers out. Okay? Just remember that. I tend to cross my thumbs. I like that. You can touch. You don't have to touch at all. But when you turn your fingers in, look, the elbows automatically go out. You don't want that. Elbows in. The line of power is right here, elbow to shoulder. This must be in one line, and that's your line of power. And you keep pushing. When you're upside down, you keep pushing. Most of the weight is going to be here. If you do this a lot, you're going to get nice, ugly elbows like me. Watch the setup. I come in here like a runner, so I step 1 foot forward. You see thigh to chest? You see the balls of my feet? And then imagine there's a rope, a string connecting your legs. So one leg lifts the other. Push the chest towards the elbows. Those with a little more skill here and more balance, you may drop your head. If you're just warming up, you're new to this, try this a few times. Bend the knees, come forward, straighten the knees, go back. Bend the knees, go forward, straighten the knees, go back. Because that's what I'm doing as I come up. Watch again if you need to. Otherwise, start your practice. Go near a wall if you're not used to this. Coming in, and I lift up. You see, I go forward, and then I go backwards. Once you start pushing your chest to the elbows, you'll understand what this pose is about. Push the chest to the elbows. When you're done, relax. Spend at least a minute of effort in the pose, whether you're coming in and out of it or staying there, staying still. So now, after doing all those back bends, it's nice to incorporate a little bit of core. If you're all back bendy without the core, eventually that will catch up to you. Remember the core, include it in your practice. That's the best advice I can give you. There's lots of exercises. Here's a nice one, forearm plank, because it really involves the lower abdominals, which is what we need for inversions also. So if you don't have a good plank, your inversions aren't going to be so nice. I like a fist. You can do palms, whatever you want. But here's the thing, and we're still pushing. It's basically, this is also helping to train you for the pincha, for the scorpion. Legs are going to go straight. And you see how I pull the belly in? I really pull the belly in.
A lot of people go like this, that's not doing anything. Some people go like this, that's even worse. So pull the belly in, lean forward, think about nose over thumbs. Keep pulling the belly in, squeeze the glutes, legs straight, everything strong. Push. If you have a timer at home, you can hold this pose for maybe 30 seconds, a minute, even better. I think the world record is 3 hours, somebody told me. Remember, once it starts to get a little challenging, that's where the work starts. Stay there with me. Now I'm going to start to turn to my right. I'm going to bring this fist in and reach. I keep pushing in the elbow. And switching sides. Just find that lift in the hips. Back to center. Knees down. Let's take a puppy pose. Extend the arms. You can even put your thumbs up. Come through, lift, and sit back. Lean to your left. I'm leaning to my left side. I'm going to bring my right leg up. You see how the ankle is close to the knee? I lift my left arm, creating this space on my left side. As I lift, I push this in. And then I come in. Press here, tension here, opening here. And release the pose, switching legs. We'll lift our left leg up. If this bothers your knee, by the way, you can also keep that leg straight. Lifting up tall, pushing the leg, and coming across. You see that movement? As I push in, I squeeze in, compress, press, twist. Good. And release. Let's find our way into Shavasana. Lie down. If there's any final movements you like, give them a go. Otherwise, just find your space. Palms up, legs wide. If you're at home, now's a good time to call in the dog or the cat. They love Shavasana. And then we'll let the waves of attention wash over us. Imagine lying down by the ocean's shore and the warm water washing over you. As the water passes over,
Impurities are removed. And deep healing, deep relaxation starts to take place. At your core, you're always pure. From birth until now, we have gained many impurities. So this is a practice of letting them go, releasing them. And soon you may forget who you are. That's good. That's the beginning of knowing who you really are. Letting go of the identity, of the ego, of the lower self, which is an important thing, but we're trying to move beyond that to experience our full being. Let the waves of attention wash you away. Letting go of all worries, all concerns. It's said that when the body is completely relaxed, the soul can be free. So using the airplane of your imagination, fly to wherever it is you like. Slowly now starting to deepen the breath, coming back into the body slowly, coming back into your individual nature, but still maintaining a taste of the bigger picture, of the bigger self, of the self that is part of everything, beyond the illusion of separateness. Nice stretch overhead. To one side if you like. Slowly preparing to sit. Finding a comfortable seat, spine nice and straight. We close the practice as we began, using the Om. As we chant the Om, imagine the sound reaching through all of creation. Imagine it coming out of all the mouths everywhere, bringing peace and comfort to those who need it, wherever they may be. Wherever they may be, your thoughts will reach them. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Namaste.